It's been quite the journey.
It has been.
Talk to me, Kevin. Why quite the journey?
Oh my god, so much has happened. The last time we had an interview, during the pandemic.
Yes, during a good interview. You were downtown. I think you were. You were in your house.
We were in LA, but we just couldn't meet in the studio, so we had to do it over Zoom, right?
Which is awful.
Which was awful.
Now I kind of wish that we could do Zooms now and again. Every now and again.
Really?
No, you don't like it?
Nah.
I don't know about you, but I absolutely loved being in the house during the pandemic.
I mean, it was nice to wear like your PJs, and no one would know.
Exactly. So what's happening? You said a journey. Talk to me. Tell me all the things. I feel like you've been in up to a lot recently.
I've been up to a lot the past couple of years. I've been releasing music, obviously, but also in between, I've really just been wearing my actor hat. I've been in several films that were in production and that are finally kind of rolling out this year. One of them being, just Netflix's K-pop Demon Hunters.
Just a slight flex. Tell me about Demon Hunters, because what's interesting? I feel like I see a lot about it, on social media. So was it fun to be a part of that?
I mean, absolutely. For me, as a former K-pop idol, to play a K-pop idol in, the first ever animated K-pop film from a major studio, this is one of the biggest opportunities of my career. You know
what I really appreciated about it is that, like how you said, it's a big studio. The fact that people are recognizing that K-pop is here and K-pop is here to stay, and K-pop has some serious fans. You know what I'm saying?
We're here to stay, and this is just the beginning.
Absolutely. So how did this come about, though?
Yeah, so I was reached out to by Ian Eisendrath, who is the music producer of K-pop Demon Hunters, and he's seen me in several things, such as the K-pop Broadway show, and he really liked my voice, and he also knew that I was in a K-pop boy band, Yukis, and he wanted someone to really embrace and embody these characters and really deliver that K-pop essence. So they reached out to me.
Get out of here.
Yeah, which is crazy.
That is very crazy. The fact that not necessarily very crazy. I think that, let me tell you something. Let me backtrack a little bit. No, because you are that dude. So absolutely they would reach out to you.
Thank you, brother.
You know what's interesting? So people who are not familiar with the Demon Hunters, okay, so it's animated. And what else is the premise of the show?
Yeah, there's a girl group called Huntrix, who are the Demon Hunters.
Right.
And there's a demon boy band, the Saja Boys.
Okay.
And I am the singing voice of Mystery Saja, one of the members of this demon K-pop boy band. And basically, Huntrix is slaying these demons, and the demon, his name's Grima, and if you see the film, he's like the one who's controlling these idols. But they have to secure the Hanmoon, which is kind of like what protects the world in peace and harmony.
Oh, that sounds so fun.
It's so cute and so moving, too. You don't have to be a fan of K-pop to enjoy this film. This is just a really incredible film with a banger after banger.
Yeah.
And this soundtrack really goes hand in hand with the film, because you really, it just kind of elevates the story with the music. And this soundtrack is also #1 on the charts right now.
That's amazing.
It's the #1 soundtrack of the year, they say.
You know what's interesting? I remember you saying that you were leaving LA and you were moving to New York.
To New York for the Broadway show, yeah.
How was that experience?
Oh my goodness. It was bittersweet to leave LA because, I really love LA so much. And New York was a great experience, but I just think for me, energy-wise, I belong in LA, so I moved back right after.
Absolutely, as much time as you spend at the beach, you, you definitely need to be in LA.
Yeah, but the Broadway experience was absolutely thrilling.
You know, I don't think people understand how. I don't want to say, but how difficult it is to do a play.
Yeah.
There's no safety net. You're just out there doing your thing.
And you're doing 8 shows a week.
8 shows.
So
you double up on what day?
Wednesdays and Sundays, I believe.
Okay.
I think, yeah. But and then we got Mondays off.
Mm-hmm.
But that whole schedule was so rigorous, But once you're in it, you're in the element and your body is kind of acclimated to that schedule. But the whole training process, like the rehearsals, just really keeping your body and physical, mental condition like in a stable state, that was kind of like the tricky part, to find that good balance between work and life, because it kind of dominates your life. Every day you got to be on that stage in front of thousands of people.
Did you ever get nervous?
The good thing about the K-pop training is I'm used to being on stage, so I didn't really get like nervous, but I got like adrenaline rushes.
The nerves.
The nerves.
You know what I mean? Not necessarily nervous, but you just want to be out there doing a good job.
Exactly.
You know what's interesting? I think people don't understand the training that people who perform in K-pop bands, or just like K-pop in general, like the things that like you guys
they're like, including me,
right?
Like, we're basically training for like the Olympics.
Yeah,
it's like a boot camp. You are in it since you're like in your teens, maybe even younger. Some start when they're like 7 or 8. But yeah, the training process is unmatched to any other pop group in the world.
Have you ever been in a situation during the training and you're thinking to yourself, I don't necessarily want to do this anymore, it's just too much? Have you ever had those thoughts or no?
It came in waves. Sometimes I'd be really enjoying it. Sometimes I'd wonder, what could be outside of this world, because there's just so much going on in your world, in the K-pop schedule, the tours, the shows, all that, the fan interactions. And yeah, there were times where we're like, I think I need a break, but it's just there's no time that allows that. Yeah. So there were moments where I felt a little overwhelmed, but it was always the fans. It was always my passion for performing that kept me going.
When you're feeling overwhelmed now, because I feel like you stay busy, what do you do to bring yourself back down and not necessarily feel as overwhelmed anymore?
The thing about I love LA is, you could kind of pick and choose your pace.
Yeah.
You could be as busy as you want, but also you could go to the beaches. You could take a hike. You could drive. Like, there's just so much to do that doesn't feel like you're kind of suffocated in this world of like music and all that. But I really make it a habit to like work out, stay active, and that gets me into a really healthy mental state.
Yeah, I think people underestimate the whole working out and just like being active and whatnot. Like, I think people really do underestimate
going out for a walk,
right?
Because we're always on our phones, like 24/7. Even me, like after K-pop Demon Hunters, I've been really doing a lot on social media and TikTok, and it's just so much, and it's never ending. Because you tell yourself you could do more, and you constantly push yourself, but then sometimes you just need to put that phone down and just touch some grass.
Yeah.
And that really makes the biggest difference.
What's interesting is I try to do that at least once a day.
Yeah.
Just go outside, touch some grass, and just breathe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's summer. Come on, we got to live a little. We got to go to the pool. There's parties, hang out with your friends.
Yeah.
There's so much to do. And I've been enjoying my summer so far.
Kevin, I want to rewind right quick.
Yeah.
Let's go back early on into Kevin Woo's early career, right?
Early career. We're going to go there.
Early.
Let's go.
Let's go back to before even that. When you thought I wanted to be an entertainer, right? Was there any specific song that you heard that you said to yourself, I want to make people feel the way how I feel listening to this song?
So I grew up listening to a lot of like boy bands, and that's probably why I wanted to be in one. But I was heavily invested into the world of K-pop. So I looked up to K-pop boy bands back in the day, like TVXQ. There's a group called Double S501, Super Junior. These are the groups that I really looked up to. But in the Western world, NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, just having this kind of like group come together and perform in front of millions of screaming fans was kind of like what I was inspired by. So in the Western world, it's like Bye Bye Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely like that No Strings Attached album.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, I still listen to that from time to time. And then in the K-pop world, there was a song called "Rising Sun" by TVXQ.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how did that make you feel hearing those songs? First being exposed to them.
I don't know. There's something in me that just like ignited a fire within me,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I wanna do that. And I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the dance moves. Maybe it was their really cool like outfits that they were wearing on stage. Maybe it was the hair and makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Because in K-pop back in the day, they were very experimental with their hair and makeup.
Mm-hmm.
They had like
mm-hmm.
eyeliner, smoky eye makeup, like cool hair that was just
Kevin,
like
I do
bleached.
love a good smoky eye.
We do love a good smoky eye. Yep. And still to this day.
Yes, we still love a good smoky eye.
But yeah, that's what kind of like,
That's what ignited the fire.
Yeah.
How does it feel to know that K-pop is being pushed to like the forefront now? Like it's not just, I feel like it's not just a niche anymore, if that makes sense.
No. Nowadays it's definitely in the forefront of pop culture.
Yeah.
Blackpink.
Yeah.
Headlining Coachella and hyping Coachella. Stadium tours like
Yeah.
80s.
Yeah.
You know, like it's so just worldwide phenomenon now. And for me, getting into K-pop back in the early 2000s, wow, I don't want to. That's like a long time ago. But I just loved Korean music.
Yeah.
And for me, growing up in the Bay Area, because I'm from a little town called Danville, California, and no one, I listened to this in my bedroom, and I shared it with my one like token Korean friend that I went to church with, and outside of that, nobody knew Korean music or K-pop. It wasn't even called K-pop back then. But I just knew I had a vision. I had a dream. So I moved to Korea at the age of 15 to start my training process to be in the K-pop boy band.
How did you sell that to your parents?
Well, my parents, they love music, and my dad's side of the family is a very musical family.
Right.
So they were supportive from the get-go.
Get out of here.
And my mom was a model in Korea.
Oh.
Yeah. She was a star. She was a diva back in the day.
She wanted her. First of all, she's a diva right now.
And she is. She really is. Mama Woo.
Exactly. Don't play. Don't listen.
Mama Woo didn't come here to play.
Easy on my girl, Mama Woo. Okay. Easy.
So yeah.
Did they move with you?
They did.
They did.
And my whole family moved with me to Korea. And that whole journey was really cool because back in the day, I don't know how familiar you are with like first and second generation K-pop.
No,
But that was kind of like the beginning of having international members, like English-speaking members in a group. Before, like my era, there were only Korean members. Maybe there were a few from America, but it wasn't a common thing.
Right.
So UKISS was like the first international K-pop group that was made. That was like intentionally made for like a global market.
Nice.
Because we had several like lingual members in our
Reminds
group.
me of Tiffany too.
Tiffany,
Yeah.
Jessica, Nicole from Kara.
Right.
There's Taegyeon, Nikun, J Park.
Yeah.
Back in the 2 p.m. days. So there were several of us, like a handful of us, but it wasn't like a normal thing that you see these days in K-pop. Like now it's it's cross-cultural.
Yeah.
We have groups like Cat's Eye now, which I'm a huge fan of. I'm a huge icon.
Yeah.
But no, just seeing that, and now we see K-pop on a global stage with more than a few, like international members in a group.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and I got to see that whole trajectory, and even like K-Con, or one of the first K-Cons. It was like a very niche convention that was for K-pop fans.
Yeah.
But now, you could barely get a ticket.
Let me tell you something. You walk in there and you just see the one thing about K-pop, the fan doesn't have a specific look, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
You see so many faces, so many colors, so many different backgrounds. Exactly. It's so diverse. And I feel like it's just very welcoming for all, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
And the energy is just so infectious.
Yeah.
When you go to a K-pop concert, people who have never been to a K-pop concert they've probably never experienced that kind of level of energy.
My first K-pop concert was G-Idol.
G-Idol, oh my God,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I'm
5 red diamonds in my bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everybody had their light stick, and everybody was just like up, having a good time. And the one thing about it is that there was no hate.
No hate.
It was just all fun, good vibes, and a good time.
Exactly. They would scream at every little thing they do.
Yeah.
They would wink, and the crowd would go wild. They would grab a sip of water.
Yeah.
Just your ears would be like,
So for my ego, I need to become a K-pop star is essentially what you're saying.
I mean, hey, never too late.
Kevin, tell us, what else are you working on?
Yeah, I mean, ever since I came to LA, I've been working on a lot of K-pop oriented projects. First of those projects was the K-pop Broadway show. That led to another production called K-Pops, which is a film directed by Anderson Paak. And we already premiered at TIFF and Tribeca this year, but we're screening in theaters next January.
Are you excited?
We are super excited. I am excited to just have the whole world just experience this movie because it like ascends just the genre of K-pop. This movie could be enjoyed by families, music lovers, because Anderson really did an amazing job just like blending the Black culture and Korean culture.
Very similar, by the way.
Very similar, because K-pop was very influenced by the Black community and the culture, hip-hop, R&B. That's where our roots are from. And I don't think there's a better guy than Anderson Paak to deliver this.
Absolutely.
So this film is really, really going to make waves when it comes out in theaters next January.
January 2026.
So that's already secured.
That's right.
And also the K-pop Demon Hunters from Sony Animation just dropped 2 weeks ago, and it took the world by storm. Like, I'm still processing how viral and how big this film is. So I play one of the Saja boys. I'm the singing voice for Mystery Saja. And so this movie has really created a huge impact, not only in the community, like Korean or K-pop community, but just like in pop culture. Like, you'll see this on your, like, has it reached your feed yet on social media?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
I also don't scroll on TikTok.
Oh, you don't?
I am like the only person that does not.
Well, they're hearing our conversation.
Oh, absolutely. So I'll start seeing it on Instagram as soon as we leave the room.
Exactly. But no, it's like art imitates life. But now, in real life, these songs in the movie are charting on the Billboard Hot 100.
Yeah.
It's the #1 soundtrack in the world.
I love that for you. And also, I'm sure you got some new music that's going to be dropping, yes?
Yep. Okay. That's already in the works. I just released a single called Deja Vu a few months ago, and I'm releasing another one in the summer, like later summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks.
In a couple of weeks.
Do we get a name or no?
For the single?
Yes.
You'll be the first to hear.
Okay. All right. Well,
you have to bring me back in the studio.
You know what? Tell Angela to send us a calendar invite.
Already booked.
Okay. We booked and busy, Kevin.
We booked and busy.
Bring Mama Wu too.
Yes.
I want to see this diva.
Of course.
Thank you so much for coming in.
No, thank you for having me. I'm so happy we're able to share this energy in the same room.
I love it.
I'm so happy to see you all the time, outside of the studio too. I'll have to go to a K-pop concert with you too.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Blackpink next week.
Well, you got tickets?
I have tickets.
Oh, well. Yeah, I guess I'm there. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Take care.